Scorpio Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your timeless path of true love reading. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle, link in the description box, creator on Patreon, patreon.com/drawing the circle. I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. If you are new to my channel or new to these readings, there's lots of linkage in the description box to YouTube videos, one a preface to the Path of True Love readings, as well as all sorts of different stuff on the subject should you care to go deeper. We're doing basically a Celtic Cross with some other cards thrown in. There are chakras involved. I'll explain as I go. I think this is, yes, sometimes romantic sexual, sometimes it's familial. The path of true love is your healing journey, your hero's journey, your spiritual path, your life path through your soul contracts in relationships of all different kinds. They are holographic, so it doesn't matter what relationship hits the table, and it's a general read, so only you can know. Unless the cards hit the table where it's like, oh, then we know. But you heal one of them, you heal all of them, because you're the common denominator. And we all came in to evolve, right? And relationships are, well, let's say the simplest way, but not the easiest way for us to do the work we need to do. And really, if you think about making love, think about creating love. Right? The world needs us to create as much love. Love is divine power, the sacred truth of the heart chakra, anatomy of the spirit. Carolyn Mace, PhD. This is her deck. We're going to start with that. And of course, it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. There is an extended on Vimeo, as well as if you are one of my subscribers on Patreon, all levels have access. All levels of subscribers have access to the extended readings, past, present, and future, because the extended readings are timeless. Good. So I guess that's about it, except to say, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath, if you will. I will. To help get my Scorpios the clarity, guidance, and grace that they need in a time where, come on, with what's going on at the time of this recording, though it is a timeless recording, Ukraine is essentially at war with Russia, and everything is in a very interesting place right now. So as a spiritual teacher, as a healer, as a reader, I know that our relationships in our interpersonal lives have a global effect, because it's all holographic. If we really want to be done with war, we have to embrace unity on a higher level. Love is the unifier. If love conquers all, then true love truly conquers all. So let's see what hits the table. Had to talk about it. It's in the air. Please take a nice deep breath, right? But you're a Scorpio, you can handle it. You can handle the deeper. So here we go. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, the angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of the path of true love, and the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, and their cross-watchers. Please, I need 2 Caroline Mace archetype cards. Show us the 8th chakra archetype, soul pattern, shadow work from lead to gold. For the Scorpio, they could be on either side of this, but we're going to do one as the cross and one as the cover, and build our Celtic Cross on that. So please, the cover, the cover. Who is this? Who's in our first position here? And we've got the Seeker archetype, wisdom family archetype, and who is crossing their path on the path of true love for the Scorpio collective. Oh, and the Mediator, both wisdom family, archetypes. So that's good to start with. A simpatico, you're both working on the same archetypal family, and so you can be either one, but you may resonate with both, which is what's called mirroring, right? And sometimes that's twin flame, and sometimes that's soulmate, and the difference between the two in the new definition is a big difference. So there's a link in the description box. Matt Kahn, Soul Contracts, Twin Flames, and Soulmates Redefined. His Healing Mantra deck is the last card down. I highly recommend it. It's from 2018, and it's revolutionary. So let me read you what's on the card here. We got the shadow and the light attribute. All archetypes are neutral. Doesn't matter how horrible they sound, they have brilliance in them. Doesn't matter how wonderful they sound, they can be wicked toxic, Mom. Oh, and I manifested a black cat for you, but he's on a black background, so you can't really see him. But there's his tail. I like it better when he comes on this side. So the seeker archetype, spiritual seeker, you know, a seeker on the path of true love. The shadow attribute, inability to commit to a path once found. I mean, come on. In relationships, yeah, right? The light attribute, thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. And in a true love reading, there ain't true love without truth. So seeking that wisdom, really walking the hero's journey as the seeker. Very cool. Crossing their path is the mediator, the shadow attribute, negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally, essentially putting your thumb on the scales, symbolically speaking. The light attribute, gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life, respect for both sides of the argument. Now, can you see, even if this is parent-child, right? Lovers, friends, boss, co-worker, whatever, how the world is so in need of this right now. So your path of true love is contributing to that, really. Seriously. Unity consciousness. We're all one. There's only one of us here. And as we realize that within ourselves, it just changes everything. Ripple effect. So, very powerful and very wise couple here, regardless of the shape of the relationship. If you do feel like commenting, like, oh, it's with my brother, or, oh, no, this is romantic, or, you know, whatever, it's helpful to help other people see the different ways it can play out in a general read. All right, Daughters of the Moon Tarot, Celtic Cross, 10 cards, face up. Please take a nice deep breath. As I call upon my goddesses of water, the sign of Scorpio, powers of the West. Please, 10 cards, Celtic Cross for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Watching this video, receiving this reading, and they're cross-watchers too. Please, we've got the Seeker in the cover position. That's their 8th chakra hovering over their head, right? Changing, transforming as they alchemize that. Every chakra underneath, what they attract, what they repel, what they experience, what they don't. What's going on? Heart, third eye crown here. The internal world, the feminine energy. For the Seeker is the Virgo card. Now, when you have a court card inside, heart, third eye crown, world behind your eyes, we'll do the other 3 chakras in the extended with the mythic tarot, the masculine energy, the outside stuff. But I'm a Virgo, so I can talk hours about this. If you know me, you know I can. Lada, the maiden of Pentacles, which would be the Knight of Pentacles, mutable earth. So there is some analysis going on here. 6th house, Virgo, 6th house, is about occupation and health. And if you take occupation out of only what you do to make money, think of it symbolically as what you occupy yourself with, it obviously has an effect on your health. If you're occupied watching the news cycle over and over, that affects your health, right? If you're occupied with that, but also prayer or yoga or, you know, whatever, as a seeker, to do it wisely, then you can really learn how to balance that and make a lot of change. Mutable earth within yourself. I like it. And earth element on the inner is about wisdom. Wisdom, not just knowledge, wisdom that came from experience, action in the world, but what can't be taken from your wisdom can't be taken from you, but we can forget what's there or be unaware of it entirely, right? So to seek your wisdom within yourself, It's not the Hermit card, but of the 4 knights, the Knight of Pentacles goes the slowest, right? Walk, trot, canter, gallop, pentacles, cups, swords, wands, swords of the knights. Let's look at the Mediator. My goddesses, we got the Mediator there crossing their path. What's going on there? Heart, throat, third eye, crown. Another court card, Aries. Now, Aries is first house, the ego, the self, the personality, the initiator. I analyze is the word of Virgo. I am is the phrase, I should say, of the Mediator. Cardinal fire. Now, cardinal fire and mutable earth can actually get a lot done. That's how glass is made, if you think about it, right? The creative fire with the mutable earth. You melt down sand, right? Silica. It becomes glass. So it can be a very, very creative thing together. But this person might be in self-care. Selfish, we always think of it immediately in the shadow. But in truth, like, doing yoga is selfish because you're healing. You're self-healing. Giving yourself the love that only you can give you. There is a specific frequency of love, divine power, love is divine power, that is our own, that we can only give ourselves that. Right? Well, thank you for the confirmation. Okay, you're verbal today. You lay down, my little Taurus. Lay down, go CP. I love you. You're okay. You can chill. He does he's Batman, like looking out over the ledge of the chair. So, yes, there may be some higher selfish here. There might be some lower selfish here. Let's see what else hits the table. My goddesses, what's at the core of this? The unconscious, let's say the subconscious influence shared between these two. What's going on? Heart, throat, third eye, crown, unless they're really aware. A seeker with that Virgo might be aware of this. 4 of Cups. The key word here written on it is sorrow. And yes, that can be from loss, grief. But it's not turbulent. It can be, in the emotional scale for me, it could go from like grief, grieving, sadness, depression to meh. But she's sitting at a water's edge, the waves ebbing and flowing, 3 cups down, 1 cup still standing. We're familiar with that image. So there is some emotional stuff going on here underneath the surface that either, they could both be aware of it, what they're feeling, but they're both feeling it. Also implies an empathic bond between these people vibrationally. Where are they coming from? What's behind them on the path, my goddesses? 9 of Cups behind you, Kuan Yin. This came from a more peaceful, emotionally balanced, wish-fulfilled place. The Chinese goddess / bodhisattva of contentment and compassion, and honestly, divine feminine true love, the divine feminine part of true love, right? That unconditional love. But this is somebody who has it together emotionally inside of them, and that parlays well into the Virgo. In terms of, no, I'm okay, thanks. The only sign that crosses its legs, right? The Virgo. So this is coming from an emotional place. Now, to go from the 9 of Cups in the past to the 4 of Cups underneath this, they can both be going on simultaneously, right? That there is this subconscious thing, maybe a pattern of loss. The 4 ego wounds, according to Matt Kahn, and I agree with him wholeheartedly, abuse, neglect, codependence, and loss, right? Now, maybe you were abused, maybe you weren't. Maybe you were neglected, maybe you weren't. Maybe you were in codependent bonds in this life. Maybe you weren't. I don't know how you avoid that one. But everybody has the wounds of loss and grief because no one's taught how to grieve properly. Whatever your traditions are you allowed to, go ahead and cry your eyes out full force? Now, not my generation growing up. I'm 53. I know I don't look it. Thanks. But certainly now emotional processing work and therapy and it can be grieving just what's going on in the world, right? that's in the collective. But definitely a strong element of water here. So far we've got a double water cards here, an earth and a fire. So what's hovering over this? What crowns this? What's in the crown chakra, so to speak, that this crossroads says this can land, but you gotta decide what you want to do at the crossroads here. Please, my goddesses, what crowns this heart, throat, third eye crown in this Scorpio read? Another court card, Taurus, your opposite side sign, fixed earth to your fixed water. Now, we've got a lot of zodiacal stuff on the table so far. 3 out of 5 cards are court cards. So these might be relationship oriented, and certainly check your planets. You got planets in Taurus, Virgo, or Aries. I think that's applicable. Look at what they are. See what's going on there for you if you're into the astrology thing. But certainly second house dynamic is about life values, fixed earth, right? This is, and values, yes, your home, right? Your family, the people, places, and things that you value lifelong. Bedrock don't do much, right? It's pretty much there underneath it all. It's really lovely underneath it all. Gwen Stefani, White Courtesy Telephone. So is honesty, and so is honor, and so is healing, right? It's like, do you value your healing process? Do you value truth in your relationships, right? All of that, and the side of fries, which I also value lifelong. I do love me some pommes frites. So that's hovering here, an internal wisdom, but we are really, really looking at something that's not going to budge here. So it might be embracing that, evaluating that, because our values do change over time. Hi. there you can see them. Like, I really value my cats. I've had black cats since I was a little kid. Pretty much unbroken lineage of little mini panthers, right? Go lay down, sweetheart. He just wants temptations. And he has no idea that more are coming to the house today. I mean the cat treats, not like the literal ones. My goddesses, what is ahead of them on the path? What's just around the bend? Should they, really embrace that crowning, that Taurus energy on the inside? What's coming ahead of them is the Tower. Now, don't freak. Everybody freaks out about the Tower. There's no such thing as a positive or a negative tarot card. They're all neutral. It's all a scale of lead to gold, shadow to light, pain to peace. We're looking here at Kali, the Awakener. This could be a spiritual awakening. In terms of an insight comes in, a lightning bolt. Light is truth. We've got a seeker here on the table. I'm really feeling this reading is dominant seeker, but we'll see what hits the table if the mediator really shows itself. This is, thinking things are a certain way, and then the truth comes in. And it shatters the old belief system, which is necessary, particularly if it's a faulty foundation. Break chains of illusion and set all things to right. Reveal what has been hidden and bring the truth to light. You can't have true love without truth. So the Tower is essential for us to move forward, and it is followed by the card of the star, right? The guidance and the grace comes, like blowing the lid off so you can see the star, the guidance to pull you forward. I mean, in Kali, I would look her up. I mean, we are in Kali Yuga. Just saying. Much. So, interesting cross. Let's look at the staff. I'm going to move you over. My goddesses, what is the lesson you would have them learn? Heart, throat, third eye crown on the path of true love. Another. This is like very, very court card dense. This is the Leo card. Oh, by the way, I forgot to do that. So, Virgo, as I said, is the Knight of Pentacles. Aries, Cardinal Fire, is the King of Wands. Taurus, Fixed Earth, is Queen of Pentacles. And Leo, Chantico, the Mother of Flames in this deck, is the Queen of Wands, which is the Leo card. Creativity, good fortune, getting your willpower, your element of fire in alignment, but it being fixed. Now, from fixed earth in the crown to fixed fire in the lesson. This isn't just about what you value. It's what you want. It is what you yearn for, what you burn for, what your heart desires. And our good fortune comes from exploring and expressing our creativity, but it's not always necessarily about product. It's about process, right? As expensive as a Picasso is, his journey there was way more important to his soul than whether or not, now so many years later, what price he's getting, because he's not getting it, somebody else is, right? It's a weird example, but I think it makes sense. And on the path of true love, that means that there is passion here. There is warmth. Oh, hold on one second. I swear to God, I live with 3 cartoon characters and my cats. They just scratch your... He was literally about to knock something over. He's like, I want your attention. We're good. We left off in your lesson here. This Leo card, this creativity, this good fortune. Really, the element of fire here, it's like if you're a baker. I don't bake. I'm a potion witch. I'm more the element of water than earth. But you can't have that temperature going up and down, up and down. You need it fixed, right? 350 for this amount of time, right? So there is creativity here and there is passion, but passion can be for a family member that, that will hear, well, we could do this or we could do this, but this is your lesson to use your creativity, your good fortune through your willpower. From the outside looking in, how does this one vibe? How does the world see this contract for the Scorpio? Oppression, the Devil card. Now, there is no Devil card specific in this deck because it's a feminist deck. Doesn't use patriarchal imagery like that. So it divides it up into a coyote woman, shamanic reference for sure, and oppression. Certainly the chains that bind. Now, as I said, break chains of illusion and set all things to right, reveal what has been hidden and bring the truth to light. I feel like that's what's going on here. And certainly it might be, you might be given off the vibe here that things are restrained, that there is oppression. It's a woman buried under stones in a burning village. The stones are people's faces, right? So this can be codependent weight. This can be the weight of society, the things that hold us back, that we repress. That keep us oppressed. I mean, a lot of the repression that we go through creates our own oppression, not just in our lives, but in the world, right? So there is some lead to gold that needs to be done here, because just like the loops of the chains around the necks of the devil and the Rider-Waite are loose, they could take them off and walk away. A little harder for her to walk away. She's got to pull off all those rocks. But there are ways out of that fire. There are doorways, and there's a coyote right there in the center howling. So there are fears. There is a fear here. This may be a codependent wound, right? A bondage. Codependence is a form of addiction. Don't kid yourself. And it is just as lethal as any other because it kills dreams. Yeah. Kills aspirations. Really ain't healthy. Nor is full 100% independence. There's a medium in there. Hopefully it's a happy medium. I'm clairvoyant. I'm not a medium. So please, what is the destiny here? Ninth position. The fate they are handed for them to manifest their destiny, what they most hope for, what they most fear they're going to have to go through on the path of true love in this contract. Well, good. Where you are right now is in the Two of Flames. The indecision of, do I want to do that or do I want to do that? And particularly, I would say for a seeker, right? You got to find out that truth. There's quite a bit of fire here now that I look at it. The Aries card, the Leo card, there's fire in her hands, the Two of Flames, there's fire in the Oppression card, and of course there's fire on Kali, just symbolically. There's a lot of fire going on this table. And before Pluto was discovered, Scorpio was ruled by Mars. So there may be some fire issues here for sure. But I think that heat, how you do it, is your lesson. How do you take that fire? Perhaps it is anger, rage, frustration at a family member, at a coworker, at a boss, at a lover, at a friend. But there's something holding you back, certainly here. So, this is tricky. And keep in mind that Mediator has the King of Wands on the inside. So, my goddesses, let's look at this. What's going on? What is the most probable outcome to the timeline of this lifetime for the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, and or cross watchers? What is the most probable outcome? Heart, third eye, crown, and lovely Six of Cups. Compassion, yes, can be certainly a card of comeback around, of nostalgia, of soul. Well, there's definitely a soul contract. It's essentially a soul contract reading. But on the path of true love, a different context. The Six of Cups is about the balance of water. Compassion is the key word on the card. Compassion for yourself, compassion for others. We see one woman laying on the beach with 5 of her sisters, friends, laying hands on her, right? Helping her let go. And the waves, again, coming in, going out. Now, if you put these two together, you can kind of see, it's interesting because the tides from the 4 and the tides of the 6 are in opposite directions. So it's like you have to kind of get from here to here through the 5, right? So there is compassion. There is understanding. There is a heart chakra opening here, but a balanced, healthy one. Sounds like Path of True Love to me. And like I said, we're going to use the Mythic Tarot in the extended to kind of look at the lower 3 chakras. Outside looking in at this, or the inside looking out. And lower 3 chakras are all about relationships in the world. Root chakra, tribes, families, all of that. Second chakra, one-on-one, which is what we're literally looking at right here. Umbilical cord kind of relationships, and solar plexus relationship to yourself. Plus, then we're going into Oracle land. Kuan Yin Oracle, Blue Angel Oracle, Blessed Bee Oracle, the Divine Animals Oracle. It's a lot. So let's do the Whispers of Love Oracle. The voices of the higher selves will get 1 for the seeker, 1 for the I almost said meteory or something. Mediator. It's a high vibrate, guys. Breathe. Yeah, this ain't coffee. This is the energy of this. Because I do have the Tower right next to the Devil. Right? A lot of fire going on here. With this 4 cups underneath it all. That womp womp. Breathe. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love in this Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign? Path of True Love reading. What do you got for the seeker with the Virgo on the inner? We've got ask for help. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support that you need. And I'll tell you, as a Virgo, it takes a lot before we do that. We're there for everybody else. We're there for ourselves most of the time. So maybe there is a sifting and a sorting and an analyzing and a seeking of the truth here and asking for help. And yes, that can be spiritually as well. Vertical rather than horizontal. But eventually we're all tested to ask to see. And with compassion, really ending this, that does make sense. To ask for help here. This Mediator, please. What's the whisper of love for the Mediator? You got the True Love card. Whenever you see that look on my face when I have this deck in my hand. It's a True Love card and a True Love reading. True love. This is a once-in-a-lifetime love. Now, this could be between parent and child. My mother and I, you could say, we're a soulmate contract, but there are many elements of true love in it. We have helped each other heal. I came in to help her heal. It's a long story, not going into it here and now, but if you know the story, you know that's true. And doesn't mean we always get along, but true love has conquered all. We've been through a lot together. And though she's still my mom, we relate to each other as free and independent adults. There's no codependency in our game, and that wasn't easy, right? So we're looking at really a true love reading, having the true love card here for the mediator. This could be the initiator of this, right? Really saying, it's like, no, I want to do this truthfully. I want to do this honorably. I want this to be of value. And the seeker asking for help to do this because they want the truth. This could be in so many different patterns of relationship. And again, true love doesn't immediately go, oh, it's romantic. Nope. 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 Let's get the last card down, the healing mantra, and then we'll jump over to the extended Vimeo and or Patreon. That's what takes so long to put them up, because I got to get those up on Vimeo and Patreon before I release the YouTube. That's why it takes hours with upload times. So as I mentioned, Matt Kahn, that video is really worth watching. Soulmates, Soul Contracts, Twin Flames and Soulmates Redefined. It's from 2018, and I never liked the word before, and I talk about it in the preface as well. Let's do this. Breathe. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of the Path of True Love, for the Scorpio Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, and their cross watchers, what is the perfect healing mantra on the path of true love, no matter who is watching this in this seeker, mediator, crossroads, contract in this timeless read? Soothing impatience, there's nothing to do but wait. Work. Seriously, this mantra has been so helpful. Nothing to do but wait, because impatience is cultural, right? It's not just familial. There's nothing to do but wait. It allows you to slow down. I was just thinking about this earlier, and I'll just read it from here. It's that thing about, fighting against time. Time is, from the soul's point of view, time is our ally. From the ego's point of view, right? So there's nothing to do but wait. When impatience is soothed, each perceivable barrier becomes an opportunity to be more aligned with your soul by slowing down. So if this is going really, really fast, which I could see a mediator with an Aries on the inner and a Virgo, a seeker with a Virgo on the inner. One's going fast. One is like, no, I need to ask for help with this. In the soothing of impatience, you no longer see moments of pause or delay as conspiring against you. Instead, you realize they are giving you the time for further inner reflection, Virgo, 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 with the seeker, where life's deepest meaning can be uncovered even in the most ordinary of circumstances. That's the one. Where while I'm waiting for things to upload, right? Like hours go by. And I'm like, all right, well, now what do you want me to do? And I can get really impatient. I'm also a Pisces moon, so that mutable earth, mutable water deal with me there. And, I work alone. So it's a mantra. There's nothing to do but wait. I talk to the impatience like it's a child inside of me, just like my cat Milky or today, my baby, my little Taurus. I want it now. It's like, well, it's not coming right now. There's nothing to do but wait. This mantra is ideal for becoming more grounded, easing frustrations, and releasing blame. Because if it's all part of a divine plan and divine timing and all of that, impatience is human, it's just not divine. So to give yourself the love that you need by soothing that impatience, not beating yourself up for it and not sitting there doing nothing either, but to soothe yourself. Because particularly with that Kali, that lightning bolt, something's going to hit, and you don't know what that is yet. It is around the bend. You can't see it on the path. As GPS as these readings are, you don't know what that's going to be, but it could be an interior awakening, something getting struck by lightning on the inside of you rather than the outside of you. Let me put it together for you in a little bit of a blessing, and then we'll chat a little bit, and then I'm jumping over to do the extended. Here we go. Breathe. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine to please bless the Scorpio collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and their cross-watchers with all that they need on the path of true love, that the seeker can embrace that thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are, and the mediator can embrace their gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in both personal and professional life with respect for both sides of the argument, while the seeker is going through the filtration process, occupation and healing, the Virgo deal, sifting and sorting with them, where the mediator is creative fire, is maybe coming up with some really good desires and some really good choices to bring to the table. But while both of them are going through a little, maybe low-level depression, Four of Cups, that card of sorrow there, perhaps subconscious wounds of loss before, hence needing to slow things down. But they are coming from a place, someone here is coming from a place of that emotional Nine of Cups, that not just emotional stability, but that real self-love. So this is somebody, I would think, the seeker or the mediator. Oh, mediator with balance. Last card down, just saw that. This is a lovely element of water for them. Kuan Yin, who will be the oracle card. That'll be interesting to see what she's got to say in the extended. And then, of course, with that Taurus energy crowning them, that this is about their life values, what it is that's really important to them lifelong, even though that does evolve over time. And something's going to get struck by lightning here. Truth is coming in. Maybe the light, the truth that the seeker is seeking, no matter where that they may be. But it comes down to their internal lesson being, how do they express it? What's their creativity that can bring them good fortune? It's fine to be on fire, I guess, so to speak. But what do you do with it? That can be passion, but there's the passion of love, and then there's crimes of passion. So it's quite a spectrum of lead to gold there. And so we do see that there are chains on the inside here, perhaps a fear of going too fast as a result of this perhaps unresolved grief and guilt. Grief unprocessed becomes anxiety because you're waiting for the other shoe to drop all the time. Another loss coming, a fly in the ointment, a black fly in the Chardonnay. So hence where they are right now is at a crossroads, and a good crossroads to be at. That soothe impatience. There's nothing to do but wait, go through the process, because they're looking at a Six of Cups, compassionate ending to this particular page, chapter, scene in the movie. So for the seeker, help them when they ask for help. And for the mediator, please, may they see and feel the true love that conquers all in all of this. But they're going to have to soothe impatience, because there's nothing to do but wait. And as they wait, may they continue to grow, heal, learn, evolve, and love themselves, love each other, do their deal to shift the vibe on this planet to not just the love that conquers all, but to the true love that conquers all, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. There you go. It's going to be some read here. It does feel a little global, but all of them have recently. That's what happens when you're a global empath. Yay. Said no one ever. So did you like it? Like it. It's a service to the world. Hit the thumbs up so other Scorpios can find it on the algorithm. It's just how it works. And if you want more of me here on YouTube, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because I'm putting these things out when they are ready. No longer whipping myself on that treadmill. No. That's why now I'm over on Patreon. Patreon.com/drawing the circle. Come Patreon on Patreon. We go pretty deep, and I stream there every morning talking about the lunar astrology of the day, and usually with bedhead and a bathrobe and a huge ass cup of coffee, and we're having a field day over there, so do check it out. Otherwise, I love you, my Scorps. Comment, what form of the relationship is this? You can put 1 or 2 words. You don't gotta like reveal everything. Inquiring minds want to know. Hail, farewell, and blessed be.